Mm. How's everyone feeling tonight? Puzzled.
Nice to shut the laptop and go. Yeah, until about 7:15. I'm too close to a deadline, and now these are the consequences.
Let's see. We've got a few more people joining. You can close down the eyes. Find your meditation seat.
You able to turn the light down a little bit?
Oh yes, of course.
Thank you so much. So bright. You've been out the back recently? It's a very intense start to the day.
You don't?
No, nothing like that.
No.
Lovely.
So this was a few deep inhales. Maybe either long exhales or sighing. Yeah, you feel like sighing it out. That's good. Sighing out the day. Good. A few more times. Maybe making a little bit more sound that you're actually comfortable with, and see if you can have some effect from that. Just taking a moment to just acknowledge where your attention has been today. And then making a conscious decision to just snap those ties at the moment, just for the next hour at least, outside of this space. Allowing the mind to catch up with the body that's already here in this space together. Noticing the quality of your breath as is. Maybe sitting a little straighter in the spine. And just imagine with each exhale that you take from here on out till the end of the class, you soften, you relax, you release a little bit more each time. Whether it's physical tension, mental tension, emotional overload. Starting now to lengthen your breath, expanding from the belly all the way up on the inhale, letting go with the exhale. Maybe you can just meet yourself today exactly where you're at, not having to strive or achieve, but just come exactly as you are, giving yourself exactly what you need. If that means to come out of poses throughout, just come into child's pose, always welcome. And if you have the tendency to push yourself, maybe today your practice can be to pull back every time you feel like pushing, becoming aware of it, and then doing the opposite, just pulling back, easing off of it. Now taking 3 more rounds of these lengthened breaths, focusing on extending your exhale as long as you comfortably can. Softening from the top of the head all the way down to your seat bones in your exhale. And once you're done, just returning to your natural breath. Now we're just going to do a little bit of pranayama tonight. One that's nice for these colder months, to just generating a bit of heat, and also good to help cultivate the digestive fire. It's called the Kapalabhati breath. We're going to do it very slow. You can do it very fast, but today we're going to do it very slow. Now, if you exhale through the nose and simultaneously clench your pelvic floor muscles and pull the belly button towards the spine, a sound that's a bit more forceful is going to come out. So it's not you forcing air through the nostrils, but simply through pulling the belly button towards the spine as you exhale through the nose, the sound will come out like that. So instead, it's coming from the core and out. And if this is unfamiliar to you and you haven't done it and feel really awkward, you're not sure if you're doing it right, just keep pulling that belly button towards the spine as you exhale through the nostrils, clenching the pelvic floor. And if it comes out all weird sounding, don't worry. If snot comes out, that's alright, it's good purification. We're going to do 10 to both nostrils. We're going to take an inhale together, and then exhale to both nostrils, and then inhale to start. You don't have to worry about the inhale because the inhale happens by itself. Now we're going to do 10 to the left nostril. So we're going to close off the right nostril. Inhale through the left to start. Once you're done 10, closing off the left, taking a deep inhale through the right. Just an exhale to clear, then inhale to start. When you're done, closing down the eyes, just taking a moment, noticing the effects. Taking a deep inhale through the both nostrils when you're ready, and then sighing it out. Opening the fingers, toes, opening the eyes, and coming onto your backs. Bringing the arms overhead, giving yourself a nice juicy stretch where you reach the fingers towards the top of the mat, the toes to the bottom, taking a deep inhale when you're ready, squeezing, and sighing it all out, relaxing, bringing the arms down by the side. We're going to do something called an inner massage. So we're going to be breathing when the body's in stillness, and then whenever the body's moving, we're going to hold the breath. So when you're ready, take a deep inhale, expanding the belly, then holding the breath, keeping that expansion as you pull the right knee to the chest, then bring the head to the knee. Once you're in stillness, exhale. Then hold the exhale as you bring yourself flat onto the mat again. Once you're in stillness, inhale, expanding the belly and the chest, keeping that expansion as you hold, bringing the left knee to the chest, head to the knee. Then exhale. Hold the exhale to come flat back down onto the mat. Inhale. Hold the inhale as you bring both knees to the chest, head to the knee. Then exhale. Hold the exhale as you come back down. Inhale. Pulling the right knee to the chest as you hold the breath, head to the knee. Exhale. Hold the breath. So straighten the leg, head down. Inhale. Keep that expansion as you pull the left knee to the chest, head to the knee. Exhale. Hold the exhale. Come back down. Inhale. Hold the breath. Pull both knees to the chest, head to the knee. Exhale. Hold the breath. Make your way back down onto the mat and do one more round in your own breath rhythm. So starting with a deep inhale once you're in stillness, holding that expansion as you pull one knee to the chest. Now maybe you feel like doing it slower than I instructed or faster. Just finding your own rhythm. Don't skimping on your breath. Fully extending the inhale. Fully extending the exhale. So what this does is that every time you hold the breath, you pull the knees to the chest with that pressure that the held breath creates. You're massaging the inner organs, squeezing them together. If you're giving it a massage from the inside. So cultivating blood flow is really good for digestion actually, particularly if you've had a big meal and you feel a bit full. And once you're done, just staying in stillness for a few breaths, just noticing any sensations in the body. And then with your next inhale, pulling both knees to the chest, grab hold behind the knee, and then start rolling forwards and backwards along the mat. So then the spine, you can get a nice little massage as well. Remember to breathe. And then next time you come up, see if you can give yourself a bit of extra speed to come off the buttocks and into a squat pose.
Baby elephant, sorry.
I didn't say hands weren't allowed. So if the soles of the feet are not comfortably on the floor, as you bring the feet a little wide apart, you can use a block to sit on. So we want to have that action where toes are pointing out, knees pointing up. Then we're going to bring the palms together in front of the heart, elbows pushing the knees apart. Now tuck the tailbone and then grow that extra little length in the spine. Beautiful. As you close your eyes, just breathing deep into the belly, centering yourself along the spine, grounding through the soles of the feet. Nice and strong through the hands, but gently and soft around the shoulders. Now with your next exhale, we're going to lower the right hand to the floor. As you inhale, we're going to bring the left arm to the ceiling, gently twisting the spine as you open the chest and the shoulder towards the ceiling. Exhale back down. Inhale, right arm to the ceiling, opening the armpits, the chest towards the sky. Exhale back down. So I'm going to do one more time each side. Inhale up. And exhale down. Beautiful. Last one. Exhale back down. Now from here, walking the hands out a bit in front so you can lower the knees. Bring the knees together. Now to start with, I'm going to tuck the toes, big toes touching, fan the other toes out to the side. Then we're going to come to sit on the heels. Now for some of you, if it becomes too strong, you can't sit there the whole time, you can release the toes at any point, just come to sit onto your heels. Now as you inhale, bring the arms to the ceiling, and then interlock the hands, bringing them to the neck. Now as you exhale, come into a forward curl, so dropping the head, chin to the chest, bringing the elbows a little closer, slightly pull the belly button towards the spine, just to protect the lower back. And as you inhale, we're going to open up the chest, the armpits, the throat, and then exhale, come into your forward curl. Inhale to open, just finding your own rhythm here, just a couple more. Softening the face, unclenching the teeth. The next inhale, just coming upright, releasing the hands, making your way onto all fours. And if you had your toes tucked the whole time, so maybe you feel like releasing a bit of energy by tapping them there. Maybe moving hips from side to side, or maybe a few circular movements. So just bringing the movement where you feel it needs to go. Making the most of your time on the mat to really tune in, not going on autopilot and just doing as you're told, but just really tuning in, seeing how you're feeling. How do I need to adjust? And then when you're ready, bring the knees wide apart, big toes touching, sitting back onto the heels as you come into your child's pose. Wiggling in some space in between the hips, belly nice and loose. Softening the shoulders, the upper arms, the elbows, the forearms, the palms of the hands, the fingers, the fingertips. And connecting again to those deep belly breaths. Inhale as you expand from the belly. And as you exhale, just releasing into the mat. Now next inhale, we're going to come back onto all fours. Bring the knees hip width apart, center. Tuck the toes, tuck the tailbone. Engage your hands, so spreading the fingers as if you're grabbing hold of the mat. With your next inhale, we're going to lift the knees off the floor, coming into a knees bent plank pose. Then as we exhale, we're going to push back, still with the knees bent, push back into a knees bent down dog. Inhale to come back to the knees bent plank. Exhale back. Do that a couple more times. Inhale, knees bent plank. All the while engaging your core, pulling the belly button slightly towards the spine. Not so much that you can't breathe, but finding that fine balance. Last one. And then here, start straightening one leg, then the other, just walking it out. Beautiful. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. Sighing it out. At the end of the exhale, look forward between the hands. No breath as you step both feet to the front of the mat. Then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And as you inhale, we're going to bend the knees, draw the arms back towards the floor and forwards into Utkatasana chair pose. Tuck the tailbone. Slightly pull the belly button towards the spine. As you exhale, bring the palms together in front of the heart, straightening the legs. Releasing the hands. And as you inhale, Utkatasana again, chair pose. As you exhale, come into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway. And as you exhale, we're going to step both feet to the back of the mat. Find your plank pose. You can either lower the knees or your legs straight. But if your legs are straight, no drooping hips. So keep that core engaged as you chaturanga down all the way down, either onto the belly and low cobra or into your up dog. Elbows tucked into the side. And as you exhale, push back, engage your core to your Adho Mukha down dog. Next inhale, I'm going to bring the right foot to the front of the mat. Step the left foot slightly forwards and out to the side. Continue the inhale to bring the arms up into your warrior one. As you exhale, lower the hands, frame the front foot. Step back into your plank pose. Chaturanga, either straight legs or knees to the floor. Inhale, low cobra or up dog. And then as you exhale, push back, Adho Mukha down dog. Next inhale, left foot to the front of the mat. Adjust that right foot as you continue the inhale to come into your warrior one. If your shoulders achy, you can keep it on the hips if you need to. Exhale to lower the hands, frame the front foot. Step into your plank pose. Chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra or up dog. We're not pushing, particularly if you're on the belly. Hands are just support. Exhale to push back into your Adho Mukha down dog. 3 breaths here. Setting the hands up nice and strong. Imagine you're grabbing hold or holding onto the mat, engaging the forearm muscles. If you like, maybe a cleansing breath here. And at the end of your next exhale, look forward between the hands. No breath as you step both feet to the front. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And as you inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And as you exhale, palms together in front of the heart. Releasing the hands by the side, closing the eyes for a moment. So allowing the body to digest the round of sun salute. Noticing any physical sensations in the body. Maybe softening the shoulders back and down a bit more. Reconnecting to the breath if you lost the breath for a moment. If you like, deep cleansing inhale, sighing out the exhale. And returning to your nostril breathing. Gently opening the eyes. I'm going to do that one more round. Okay? So if your shoulder gets short, you just keep it on the hips. Yeah? As you inhale, scooping the hands down, forwards and up into your Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale halfway. And as you exhale, stepping both feet to the back of the mat, finding your plank, finding your chaturanga for whatever variation, knees to the floor or straight legs. Make sure the elbows are tucked in, pointing to the back of the mat. As you exhale, push back. Adho Mukha, down dog. Next inhale, right foot to the front. Adjust the left foot, continue the inhale to your warrior one. Nice and strong through the legs, particularly the back leg. Exhale to lower the hands, frame the front foot. Stepping into your plank, finding your chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra or up dog. And as you exhale, engage your core as you push back. Inhale, left foot to the front. Adjust the right foot as you continue the inhale to your warrior one. Engaging both feet. And exhale, below the hands, frame the front. Last chaturanga. Softening the face and clenching the teeth. Exhale. Adho Mukha. 3 breaths here. Making each breath count. Just as we did at the beginning. Deep belly breaths. Imagine that each breath that you take that's extra long and considered, oxygenate the body many, many folds than just a minor sort of chest breath. And once you've done your 3 breaths, lowering the knees, coming into your child's pose, bringing the arms down by the side, if it's okay. And just for a moment here, just allowing everything to soften. Giving the body the pause. And then on your next inhale, coming up onto all fours again. And from here, tucking the toes, using the hands to push the knees off. Find your point on the floor in front to help you keep your balance. And then release the hands. See if you can straighten the spine, soften the shoulders, tuck the tailbones. Your core is nicely engaged. We're going to bring the palms together in front of the heart. Now on your next inhale, you're going to start straightening the legs, making your way up to standing. Focusing on that point on the floor, reaching the hands overhead. And as you exhale, lowering the heels, bringing the hands to the front of the heart. Beautiful. Releasing. Softening the shoulders. And then from here, a little bit more balance. So stepping the feet hip width apart, lifting the toes, fanning them out. And leaning your weight onto the right foot. Keep a focus on your drishti point. Now find the variation with your left foot, whether it's the ankle, the shin, or the inner thigh. Now engage the right leg, pulling the kneecap up, grounding through the sole of the foot, growing the spine a little taller up and out of the hips. Now simultaneously start pulling that left knee towards the back door. Now with your next inhale, I'm going to bring the arms overhead. And then exhale, I'm going to bring the palms together in front of the heart. Soften the shoulders. Keep focusing on that point. So you bring the left ankle on top of the right knee. Engage the left foot. And with your next exhale, start bending the right knee. Pushing the buttocks towards the back of the mat. Coming into your half seat. Just checking you're still breathing. And then next inhale, start straightening that right leg. And releasing the hands by the side. Inhale to pull the left knee to the chest. Extra length there before you exhale, lowering it down. Now I know that you're going to feel like you want to shake that right foot, but just keep it still for a moment. Close the eyes. Take a moment, allow it to settle. Maybe a few deep breaths. And then opening the eyes, shaking it out. Beautiful. All right, so back to center again. Lifting the toes, fanning them down. And moving your weight onto the left foot this time, keeping your focus point. Finding the variation with the right foot, whether it's the ankle, the shin, or the inner thigh, or anywhere else that feels natural. Pull that left kneecap up to engage that left leg, grounding through the left sole of the foot, lifting up and out of the hips of the spine, get a little bit of extra length. Start pulling that right knee back. And then with your next inhale, draw the arms overhead. And just notice, how does it feel on the other side? This side, is it more stable? Or is it the opposite? Or is it the same? But just observing your practice. Hands to the heart. I'm going to bring the right ankle on top of the left knee. Focusing on that point on the floor. As you exhale, start bending the left knee. Engage the right foot. Going into your half sit, into that glute, hip. Just checking you're still breathing. And just keep in mind you can always come out of any pose at any time. As you inhale, gently coming back up. Releasing the hands. And then inhale, right knee to the chest. Exhale, before you have the urge to shake it out, come to stillness, close down the eyes. Just noticing now the left and the right side. Maybe you're back to center. And gradually opening the eyes, shaking it out. So we're going to come back down the way we came up. So just one more balance. So big toes touching, fan the toes out, heels slightly out. As you inhale, bring the arms overhead. Palms can touch or be slightly apart if that's better for your shoulders. Find your drishti point on the floor, engage your core, tuck the tailbone, slightly start leaning forward as you lift the heels off the floor. And be careful not to hold your breath. Now with your next exhale, you're going to start bending the knees, bending the elbows, lowering the buttocks towards the heels, hands to the front of the heart. As you inhale, reach the hands out in front, knees to the side, lean forwards, and come onto your buttocks. Beautiful. Straightening the legs out. Just resting into your hands for a moment. And from here, you're going to bring the right sole of the foot on the inner left thigh. See if you can square your hips to the left leg. We're not sort of reaching, opening one side, but we're squaring the hips. So both sides of the rib cage are equally open. Now, if you have a sore knee or a tight hamstring, you can have a slight bend, but just engage the foot. If you want to have it straight, keep the engagement still. As you inhale, find the length. If you can soften the shoulders, and as you exhale, starting the descent, one exhale at a time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Now, if you have a tendency to push yourself, just notice. In your practice, just pulling back the speed, not over endeavoring. Maybe bringing the chin to the chest. Just allowing the pose to unfold. Endeavoring to keep the spine nice and straight. From here, we're going to bring a little twist into this. So as you inhale, just bring the torso slightly up. Use your right hand, place it either on the shin, grab hold of the toes, or the outside of the foot, so wherever you can hold, maybe even the ankle. And bring the left hand to the lower back. And as you inhale, find the length. And as you exhale, twisting the torso to the left. Maybe reaching the left arm out behind. Just checking you're still breathing. And the next inhale, come back to the front of the mat. Then exhale, right hand to the back right corner. To inhale, opening the whole left side. And as you exhale, rolling back down. Beautiful. Changing length. Release some flesh from the seat bones. Again, squaring the torso over the right foot this time. Now, either having a slight bend, but engage the right foot. Because if that's going to help you sit straighter in the spine, that's more beneficial than trying to do this. Okay? So inhale to find the length. Soften the shoulders. And as you exhale, gently start to recline. One breath at a time. The inhale lengthens. The exhale deepens. You just be in the breath without any desire to come deeper into the pose or not, just allowing it to unfold. Just you and your breath on the mat. The more present you are in your practice, the more you're inviting everyone else to be. And the more people around you are present, the more we all contribute to a space that is safe, that gives a little bit of extra to all of us than if we were just on our own, strengthening each other's practice. As you inhale, slightly straighten the spine. Bring the left hand, place it on the right leg wherever it naturally falls without straining. Right hand to the lower back. Now inhale to find the length, and as you exhale, twisting to the right. Maybe reaching the right arm out behind. If you find that length, particularly in the lower spine, and as you exhale, coming back to the front, bringing the left hand to the back left corner, and then inhale, opening that whole right side, creating length, creating space, breathing in softness. As we exhale, coming all the way down. Beautiful. From here, bring the soles of feet together, knees out wide. Now, if you need to have a bit of a lift, you can sit on your block, so you can sort of encourage the pelvic floor to tilt forwards, so you get that forward fold. You'll feel it stronger then as well. In fact, all of us can do that because you'll feel it a little stronger. Now you can choose to hook the peace fingers around your big toes, you can interlock the hands, hook them around, or you can just use the hands on the floor in front. As you inhale, find the length. And as you exhale, and starting the forward fold. One breath at a time. So aesthetically, it doesn't matter what you look like in a pose. What matters is, are you connected to the breath? Because if you're not, it's very likely you're not present. Your mind's elsewhere. And then you might as well be practicing acrobatics, you know? But then you don't get the mindfulness part of yoga. That's such a beautiful part of it. Then it just becomes an exercise. So I'm not saying this, you know, to scold anyone, but it's just to think about it. Where's your mind at? Constantly keep checking in. Doesn't matter how many times you have to bring the mind back, it's a practice. Just like any other muscle, you need to practice the attention muscle as well. Soften the face and clench the teeth. And as you inhale, gradually making your way back up. Beautiful. From here, we're going to make our way onto our backs again, just like we started. If you feel like having another nice stretch whilst the spine is neutral, you're welcome. From here, we're going to bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the floor, hands down by the side. Now with your next inhale, we're going to tuck the tailbone, lift the hips towards the ceiling, coming into your half bridge. Now make sure that your feet are hip width apart, knees stacked on top of the ankles. And as you exhale, again, trickle down one vertebra at a time. Tuck the tailbone, so the tailbone is the last thing to touch the mat. And when you're ready to inhale again, lifting the hips towards the ceiling. I can do that a few more times, or the next time you come up, staying here, interlocking the hands, stacking the elbows and then the shoulders underneath you to get a bit more of an opening across the chest, pushing the hips towards the ceiling, breathing deeply. Keep tucking the tailbone, keep lifting the hips, keep bringing the knees back to center, not out to the side. And then when you're ready, releasing the hands, the shoulders, and then start trickling down one vertebra at a time. Taking a deep inhale, sighing it out. When you're ready, pull the knees towards the armpit, and then hook the peace fingers around your big toes to come into your happy baby. Endeavor to push the lower back into the mat, so not coming up too high, keep pushing it back, so as much of the spine as possible is grounded. Again, those big belly breaths where you expand the belly on the inhale. Nice and strong through the hands, but bring some softness to the shoulders. Maybe slightly roll from side to side. I'm going to lower the heels, bring the soles of the feet together, lower them to the floor, knees out wide. Maybe shuffle the buttocks a little closer to the heels. So you can cultivate a bit of a tuck of the tailbone again, elongating the lumbar spine, bringing the arms out to the side or overhead or down by the side or just resting on the belly. Now for your Shavasana, if you like, you can just stay as you are, or you can straighten the legs, or you can pull your mat up against a wall, so you can bring the legs up for your resting place. So, and once you've found your pose, taking a deep inhale, and once you exhale, dropping the last bit of resistance back into the earth. I'm going to come around and do a bit of hands-on. If you prefer not to have hands-on, just place your right hand on your belly. And in your own time, just taking a few deeper, longer breaths. And some movements very gently to the fingers, to the toes. You've got your legs off the wall. Just bringing the knees down. And then rolling onto your right side when you're ready. Just resting there for a bit. And then if it's okay, keeping your eyes closed as you make your way up into your meditation seat. Just allow yourself to follow your natural breath. On the inhale, on the exhale. Just being the observer, not having to control. Just watching this body that you're in. Noticing how it feels now after the class, the quality of the breath. Allowing yourself to sit in the stillness after the practice. Maybe you manage to carve out a little bit of extra space, bandwidth. Each exhale gives you an opportunity to soften. Next inhale, drawing the arms overhead, scooping up all the goodness of the class between the palms of the hand. And then bringing it back down into the heart so that it can last beyond the class, beyond the day, and take it with you in the rest of your week. That inner space, that inner stillness is accessible to you at any point. The breath is accessible to you at any point in time. You don't have to be on the yoga mat. bring your thumbs to the third eye, gently bowing the head, and again just giving thanks and gratitude to yourself for showing up for yourself regularly, week after week, just coming as you are with whatever is happening that day, the ability to just come and be present no matter what's going on around. And still allowing you to hold this space. No.
Thank you.
Oh my God, your brain just
Sent right back into it.
I was like, what?
What you said?
I don't even know what you're talking about. I was like, are you a fan of me? Damn, you're good.
Yeah.